of you have been following along with my videos, you may recall that I recently obtained a very nice kikokuru from a gentleman who was closing his pond. He also had a number of other fish that he was looking to rehome as well. This one happens to be one of them. Now this went into a temporary pond with the others, and for some reason it was just kind of hanging around at the bottom of the pond. It was eating, but it wasn't swimming very much, was certainly not very happy where it was. I'm not quite sure at the time why that was going on, but I chose to take it anyway. And when I bagged it up with the help of a friend of mine, noticed something that you will see in a few moments when I take the fish out of here. I'm not going to elaborate at the moment. So right now it's just in a container of some water out of its quarantine tank, and I'm going to put some clove oil in here to sedate the fish, and then I'll move it on to my treatment table that you will see a little bit later in the video. And then I'm going to do some treatments, and I will explain to you what I am doing, and you will understand the reason that I'm doing this. To the best of my knowledge, this is a Magoi koi, one of the sort of traditional, original breeds in the koi world. You don't see very many of them. You'll get a bit better luck. The lighting down here, unfortunately, is not very good, as you can see, with the lack of light. And I do apologize. This is a very dark fish. You'll get a better look at it when I do take it out of here. So I will be back with you in a moment. I'm just going to put the sedation in. Once the fish is sedated, I will move it to my treatment area, and then you will get a much better look at the fish and what I'm dealing with. So I will put the camera down now and sedate the fish, and I'll be back with you shortly. As I wait for the sedation to take effect, I just wanted to bring you back and give you a quick look at the area where I do any treatments that may be required on the koi when it's necessary to take them out of the water to keep them in a comfortable and safe place while I do whatever may be necessary. So this little table here is kind of my little treatment / surgical table if necessary. It was made out of a little dining table, the kind you would use in bed, or if you're sitting on a couch, something like that. And what I did is I removed the wooden top that was in there, replaced it with this mesh. It is firm yet soft enough that it's not going to hurt the koi. It is very supportive. And then around the edges I put some foam material here to protect them from the frame itself. The material being mesh is porous, so rather than allowing any buildup of excess water or anything that might come on it, it drips through into the tray I have here below. And it's sitting on what is in essence like a workbench, and it raises up with the platform to approximately mid-chest height, maybe slightly below, so it's an excellent level to be working on the fish. And what I do is I will show you in a few moments here as to how I set this all up prior to bringing the fish out from the sedation. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the camera down again now. I'm going to go check on the fish, see how it's doing, and I'll come back, get the table all set up, which you will see in a few moments, and then you'll see why the fish is going to be spending a little bit of time on the table here. As you can see, and I'll zoom in a bit here, the fish has two very nasty ulcers. One here by the anal fin, right where the vent is, another one here by the tail. And it also has another sore here and here. So what I'm going to be doing now is treating these major sores with the polysporin, and then the other little sores as well as the new skin. So I'm going to carry on with that now. Also, you may notice, it might be a little hard to see right where my finger's pointing there, there's actually a piece of bone coming out from the anal fin. So I am going to clip that off, because I don't think the skin is going to grow back over that. I'll just trim it off and that will be fine the way it is. So the clippers here, they have been sterilized. I'm going to do that now, and then I will do the polysporin and the new skin, as well as just a little bit of hydrogen peroxide to sort of clarify things. So bear with me for a moment here while I do this without killing the fish. That little piece of bone is now gone. I'm going to take the just dry this off ever so slightly here, side there, a little bit of the hydrogen peroxide on the bone area, just around the sides of the ulcer here. A little bit more. This one just kind of clean things off a little. Put it up on this one as well. The edges. Here. And that should take care of that. Now I do have some cotton pads here I'm going to use just to kind of dry off where the hydrogen peroxide was. There. Very gently on here. Put the a little bit of the polysporin that I showed you a little bit earlier there. A little bit in this wound here. And there. A little bit down on the tail. Spread around a little bit more. On this area here. And it is a significant ulcer, as you can see. Didn't know that was there, as I said, until I actually got the fish in the bag and then saw it. But I don't like to give up if I can sort of hopefully help heal the fish. And that's my ultimate goal, is to do that. I don't care if it's got the marks on it, that's not the point. So I'm going to use the new skin now. Paint that on the over the polysporin. Just to help seal the area in. I'll show you once that is done. I'll just show you how that seals up. And the fish will get back into the quarantine tank so that it can hopefully continue to heal. On the positive side of all this, it has been eating very, very well. And I'm giving it a lot of high protein food. It's getting some sinking food. It's also getting the mealworms, the silkworm pupa, and the black soldier fly larva as well. So a lot of high protein food is going in there, and as I did mention just a few moments ago, I have ordered the bacterial injectable material. It's on its way. Hopefully that will be here this week and I can start some injections on the fish. I have done injections on my other fish for various reasons in the past, so I'm comfortable in doing that. So what I'm going to do now to help this the new skin bandage here dry is just blow on it a little bit to help seal it up, and then I'm going to take the fish back out, put it into the quarantine tank, get it revived, and then also to give you a bit of an update as to how things are going later on. Blowing on it does help to get it dry a little more quickly than just leaving it air dry. Past usages, it does seem to stay on pretty well once it gets back in the water, although that's not the actual intention from sort of a human standpoint for it. And that little piece of bone that I clipped off should not make a difference here. See, as it's drying, it is kind of going a gray color, so it's starting to seal a little bit. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to moisten my hands, come back and pick up the fish, and get it moved into the water of its quarantine tank, get it revived, and then just see how it makes out during the day. And I will get back to you, as I said, shortly with another little follow-up. So I'm going to turn things off in the camera here now, and I will be back with updates before too long. The fish is back in the quarantine tank, which is this one right here that you can see. It's a 160-gallon Tough Stuff vat, and that is a multi-stage filter on top of it there. The pump is down in the chamber itself. It's doing very well. It has had a little bit of heat since recovering from the sedation. And once the healing has progressed significantly, and I will be monitoring that very, very closely over the next few weeks, once that has happened, it will be joining the koi that are down here in the indoor tank, and I'm sure we'll be doing much better once it gets in with the rest of them. I don't want to put it in here yet because it's just a little too difficult to get it out for the treatments, especially when I start the injections. As well, with it being on its own in the other tank, I know it's getting an adequate supply of food, whereas if it was in here it would have to compete for the food, and it's just not ready to do that. So everybody in here is doing very well, and the new fish hopefully will be in here in another few weeks, and I will certainly bring an update to you as things progress along, as well as when I start some of the injections, which you'll see in an upcoming video. In the meantime, please feel free to leave a like and a comment below. I would appreciate it if you hit the like and subscribe buttons if you haven't already done so, as your support, of course, is very much appreciated. Thank you all. Happy ponding.